Okay, this will be an interesting one. We'll see how we go with this. Wonder if we're going to enlarge it. This one will be a challenging one, I think. Wonder if we're going to add a little bit of bleed removal, just a tad. Let's see how we go with this piece we got here. It's called broadsheet. It's a Sydney broadsheet. Never heard of it until today. It's basically all these different things. So basically it could be called a culture magazine. Culture. What is culture? I mean, culture can be a lot of things in many ways. It's not just about what's considered cultural, which is usually to do with rich and notable people. But I got a feeling this magazine is about ritzy sort of culture. I could be wrong. My photocopier doesn't fit in anywhere at the moment. I haven't made anything out of it. This is interesting. I didn't want the lettering on there. Wondering if we're going to embrace it or whether we're going to run another piece. It didn't look too good. I didn't want the signage of the word. I didn't want the word broadsheet on the image. So I'm going to just turn it this way and I'm going to try again. See if we can do it without the lettering, without the banner. I didn't want to cut it out. I want to keep this for a hospital waiting room, so I don't really want to cut it up into pieces, but normally when I cut it up it's easy, of course, to avoid the things you don't want. But actually that looks quite interesting, how we've just got primarily the feet and that's it, the table. So I think that's a good one. That'd be a good one to work with. So now we're just going to get rid of this. So we didn't even get the men's faces in the image. Doesn't matter. But that looks really quite interesting. Wondering if we're going to make this into a mirror image. So wondering if whatever. It's not easy trying to work this out. So I'm going to turn it upside down and maybe enlarge it off a bit. So we're just going to turn it upside down and we're going to enlarge off some of that black area. So we're going to make this a lot more interesting. So we're just going to go here and we're going to go manual and we're going to go for the horizontal. We're going to make it 160, and for the vertical we're going to make it 140. So we're just doing a bit of a remake here. So we're just going to switch that to copied paper. This user interface is a real pain in the ass. I don't like it. I don't like the way Konica Minolta have made it. They just care, you know that Konica Minolta and other companies like it just care about money. It shows in their products, the way their products work, or should I say they don't work. So let's see if we've made this come up a treat. So let's see how that looks. Yeah, that looks better now. I think now we can turn this one into a mirror image, a proper mirror image. It's a little bit wishy-washy, but it looks quite nice. So we're just going to turn this into something interesting. Broadsheet, indeed. Interesting name for a paper. it's got a lot of things in it. It's like I can't just tell what to put on my YouTube name. What am I going to name it? What's it going to be about? You know, because normally, you know, when you photocopy something, when you make something like this, you know what the object, often it's hard to classify some of the stuff, but this one seems a bit hard because it's got a multitude of meanings. This, I don't really want to call it by the name of the paper itself. I just want to make a general description. So, I've never heard of the Sydney broadsheet. It's an interesting one. I think I'll just call it a culture magazine. I think culture probably sums it up as to what it is. But it looks interesting anyway, what we've done here. We don't have any of we've only got part of the boot of one of the people in the picture. I presume it's some kind of minor celebrity. I don't know. But anyway, no, who cares? Fuck, who cares? As long as it's a good demo. Ha! So let's see how we go. Anyway, that looks interesting. So now I think we can call this little demo quits.